I would tell anybody, if possible, join community college first. It's a time where there is no pressure. If you're in university, you are paying so much fees, and there's you are in your specific major, and university, the homework and everything is much harder. So then you are just thrown into pressure situation as soon as you come. But if you are in community college, you have an easy time. You can choose some of the fun classes. Even you get a bad grades, and all those things can be managed in community college. And I think it's a good time to spend a year or two, take as many classes as possible, so that in university you don't have to take much, so it that becomes affordable. But also, like, just to settle down, understand culture, make friends, figure out what exactly you want to do. If you take bunch of different classes, you might change your subject. Like, okay, I want to do this thing because I like this thing more instead of the biology or whatever you are doing. So I think it's a great
Yeah.
concept. India don't have community college or middle. You just jump into your specialization and then you realize whether you like it or not. I think it's a great idea, and any international student, they should come and join community college first.
Yeah. Not, yeah, absolutely, man. I agree. I agree. I mean, I think we're
Yeah.
we're a bit biased because we did community college, right? Um, but it makes sense, like as you said, it's cheaper than a 4 year
Yeah.
college. It's safer because it's like, all right, cool. Like because it's cheaper. If you do mess up and you have to repeat a few classes, it didn't cost you as much. And then
Hmm.
depending on the community college you go to, some community colleges have like a really good path to like proper. Like, dude, how many? We had a lot of people who graduated from our college who went to Stanford, right?
Yeah.
We had a bunch of
It,
people who went to. Remember how we
yeah.
had a bunch of people who went to Berkeley, right?
Yeah.
Like
Great university.
UCLA,
Everybody.
USC,
Yeah.
like
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, so it's like, it still works out. We went to community college. When you go to community
Yeah.
college, you don't have student housing, so you don't live on campus, right? And if you
Hmm.
don't live on campus, you're not spending as much time on campus as like colleges which have like full on student housing, right? So
Yeah.
after your last class, you're gone, And I think
Yeah.
that has pros and cons. Pros, I think, yeah, like it forces you to kind of like, okay, fine, like your class is done, leave, go make friends, like go make
Yeah.
friends outside school, right? Or
Yeah.
go do things outside school, like
Yeah.
that's the pro. Right? I think people who go to community college tend to enjoy the cities that they're in a lot more than people who go to like a 4 year college, right?
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
then um, and then the cons are like, yeah, like, like it's really tough to meet people. You meet people through
Yeah.
class and then they just disappear because they're probably, maybe they're only taking classes for a year there and then they're transferring somewhere else. You're not going to see them for the
Yeah.
next 3 years like you would if it was
Yeah.
like a 4 year college, right? Like even the experience, like when someone goes to 4 year college and someone goes to community college, like when they arrive in the country for the first time, this 4 year college kid is sheltered from the beginning, right? Like everything's planned out for you,
Hmm.
like your housing is already set up for you, by default, almost your friends are already kind of picked for you because if you're going to stay
Yeah.
in a dorm,
Yeah.
um, your first dorm mates, those are your friends. Let's be honest. Like a lot of the
Yeah.
times, those are the people who become the closest friends you have. But if you go
Hmm.
to community college, like you kind of pick your own friends from the beginning,
Yeah.
like because we don't have housing on campus, so you have to go look for an apartment in the city. You got to go
Hmm.
Craigslist and look for an apartment. You got to go search for an apartment, like wherever people search for apartments. You're gonna meet
Yeah.
a lot of weirdos, right? You're gonna meet a
Yeah.
lot of cool people, but like,
Yeah.
you're gonna have like a proper experience of like what that city is like, right? So if you're gonna go to
Hmm.
New York for college, I think someone
Hmm.
who's gonna go to community college is probably gonna experience New York a lot more than someone who
Hmm.
maybe is in NYU, right? Because
Yeah.
like you
Just
really
in
have to
campus. Yeah.
like you exactly, like, so you're doing like you're living life like any other local person would. And again,
Hmm.
pros and cons, but I think it's mostly pros because you truly learn so much faster and stuff. You become a lot more responsible. You learn how to
Yeah.
use money better and stuff. Like
Hmm.
you got to stop budgeting and stuff because you got to stop paying rent. You got to buy food for
Yeah.
yourself, and all that stuff. And it's much more fun that way.